And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Redo. I'm your host, the RPG guy. And I'm back in town, yay! So I can actually get more of this done. For those of you who follow the Twitch channel, or follow the comments and whatnot, I've been out of town for a couple of days, with work and, going up to see my brother and stuff, so I apologize. I've not been around. I've been a very bad monkey. No, but we're back. We're back now, and, we're good. Let's get going here. Motherfuckers. Alright, so now we've reached the, this place here, this thing. No, all jokes aside, we're now back on track with the storyline. All the side questing, for the most part, is pretty much done. Swap rows here. And into the sealed cave we go. Now here's what you need to know. The sealed cave only has one enemy to be afraid of. And those are known as the Chimera brains. The Chimera brains suck dick. Nobody likes them. They have no friends. They have no family to love them. They breed through the cultures of darkness and evil that is concentrated sin. Again, they're very much like the flame and ice dogs variants that we fought in the past. They use a bullshit breath attack that's full of concentrated bullshit. And you're kind of just at the mercy of it. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, you're kind of just at the mercy of it. However, the same trick we used, ironically, on those dogs, we can use on the Chimera brains when we fight them as well. You can berserk them. You can slow them too, but I don't see a point in slowing them once they're berserked. They don't hit that hard. But that flame breath is fucking awful. I'd rather have a tetanus shot between my ass cheeks than have to, you know, deal with that breath attack. And sometimes they come in pairs! And if they come in pairs, they can wipe a good chunk of your party out. So, never a good thing. Never, ever a good thing. And speak of the devil, and we got a surprise. Watch, I'm gonna probably die now. So it was great to do this episode, as I'm gonna have to reload the goddamn game, and, you know. Yeah, here we go. Oh god. Oh god, why? Dual cast. Oh god, no! Oh, we're still in there! Berserk, I need 2 doses of it. Stat. Or I gotta run. One of the other, where's that other one? See, we can just run. Run! It don't matter how well you prepared for this bullshit, you're gonna get murdered. No, we can probably handle this, but that's, oh shit. I did it on the same one twice. No! No! Let's see if we can flee. Fleeing might be the best recourse here. Oh no, we're good. Okay, let's berserk the correct enemy this time. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and raise one down. We'll go ahead and raise Redia. Not a big, don't really care much for Edge getting picked up here. We'll just heal Cecil. He'll have Cecil heal himself. This is the worst case scenario. Obviously, they got a surprise attack. We got hit by 2 blazes. We're lucky we didn't get hit with 4 blazes. That would have been the end for us. But, yeah, this fight is just an instant middle finger. It's just the game designer going, you want to live. Ha 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 ha. You're so stupid. You want to live. And then there we go. The people that need a level will level. Oh man, that fight is just the worst. Alright, let's go ahead and pick some people up here. Yeah, that doesn't matter what level you are. That breath attack is just the worst. And you know what? Because of it, I'm going to swap Edge's defensive items out here. Because he's going to need that magic resistance to at least survive a little better than he already is. Let's put that on him for right now. Thought about, you know, the other glove, but it just makes more sense with this particular enemy out and about. It makes more sense to deal with it. But you saw how to do it. Just berserk him and then get him out of the way right away. Alright, so let me explain this fight here. It's a very strange fight, but we should be able to do this quickly enough. We'll put Reflect on Cecil. Now, this is, in as far as Final Fantasy games go, this strategy really only works in this version of the game. This version, the DS version specifically. Ninth Dimension is given the treatment of a spell in the code. in the game's coding, it's treated as a spell. Ninth Dimension is pretty much guaranteed death. It is irreversible. You can't, it's not like a luck chance. I believe it's 100% will kill you kind of a deal here. We get a Kotetsu, which is weaker than what we got here. So I don't worry about that. Anyway, but you can reflect it. Now, this works in the DS version and this version. Now, in the regular game, this does not work as easily. It doesn't work as well. And the problem in other versions is that there's no way to force the enemies to use Ninth Dimension on Cecil. They'll use it on whomever they want, and they'll usually get one kill. So what I usually do is one character is going to usually die. You can try to pop reflect on a different one, but again, it's not a strategy that I usually try to do. I usually just try to kill the trapdoor as quickly as possible. If you check out my Super Famicom LP of this game, you'll notice I just try to kill them very quickly. Because if you don't kill them fast enough, they'll turn into a Chimera Brain, which is worth a lot less XP, I believe, it's worth a lot less experience points than the trapdoor. So you want to get the trapdoor. But in these versions of the game, which are claimed to be the harder versions, which they have some things about them that are hard, definitely harder, or more, let me say, unforgiving. In this version of the game, the trapdoors are a joke, pretty much, because of the augments. Some people say the augment system does not help the game, makes the game harder, or just at least less interesting. I'm one of those people that violently disagrees with that. I think that a lot of it dwarfs the game if you know how to set it up, for lack of a better word. Alright, so there. Like I said, once the Chimera Brain is, I put reflect on it like an idiot. It's supposed to be berserk. See, I'm not paying attention because I'm trying to hyper-explain this point that I'm making a big deal about. At least he didn't use his breath attack, though, so that's not gonna matter. Anyway, what was I getting at? I don't think that this game is necessarily harder, because I think if they didn't have the augments in this game, it would have been a lot harder. But if you know how to use your augments and you know how to implement them into your character's lineup pretty well, it's a pretty easy game. It's no more or less harder than the other Final Fantasy. It's just literally, to me, a different way of playing. And you'll notice through my experience with it right now, I'm not having much trouble other than that Chimera Breath thing. But that Chimera Breath thing is always a constant. It doesn't matter what version of the game you play. That fucking Chimera Breath thing is fucking the worst. Concentrated evil splooging out someone's ass crack. Alright, so you saw two other enemies there. The Lesser Merilith and I think it's the Vampirus or Vampirus. They're not very interesting enemies, to say the least. So I wouldn't put too much worry into them at all. The Vampirus just hits you once in a while. The Lesser Merilith once in a while throw up a status effect. Nothing that big. And you notice that these Nagas here aren't too hard either. Again, they like to throw at you status effects, but they're pretty nominal. And that covers a majority of the enemies down here. Like I said, there's not that much that's that interesting down in the darkness. So don't think too much of it. Other than the Chimera Brains, and maybe the trapdoors if you don't have reflect by this point, those might be the only difficult enemies you face. So, just a thought. I'll show you one more trapdoor fight here, just to reassure you here of our strategy. Reflect, there, and then the rest doesn't matter. But I like keeping other characters on standby, just in case. Time to die again. Oh my god, it's time to die again. Stupid trapdoor killing itself and murdering its friends. Instead of murdering my friends. Time to die, oh trapdoor again. So we'll start skipping battles because you've seen the majority of really what's down here to see. We'll get a high potion. Now these two doors are just trap doors. So for those of you wondering why bother with them, pretty much free XP at the cost of a reflect spell. Alright, keep moving. Just to show you, there's nothing at all in this room whatsoever. There's a lot of empty rooms in this game for a reason. Not necessarily a good reason, but for a reason. Alright, let's keep going here. And another trapdoor battle. Alright, and this should be, I believe, another empty room. It is another empty room. Alright, so let's keep moving forward here as we head south and out. Down and out. Alright, so this should be the second floor. Let's just take this rope right here. I don't believe it leads to a deeper place in the dungeon. If it does, we'll travel north. But I believe north of here is the save point, which is fine. And here we go. The one chest, right? Oh, speaking of really quick, I know I fought them and I didn't say much about them because there isn't much to say. Vampire bats will just attack you, and every time they attack a character, they passively cause sap, which is an uncurable thing in this game. At least from these enemies. And they're like the other bats we fought. They just hit harder. There's not much else to say about them. Ultimately, they are very boring. So, like I said, don't worry too much about them. Just wail away on them and they will die. By the end of the battle, they'll probably have done 1,000 damage, which it looks like they've almost done that, yeah. Pretty good XP, too. In the original games, you actually fight them in much larger groups, but they're a lot weaker. So they decided instead of having more bats, we'll reduce the amount of bats and we'll reduce their HP. Now, again, I haven't looked at their stats. I don't really look at monster stats very closely. I just really look at any of the mechanics that they utilize in their battles, their individual battles. And personally, I haven't seen anything of any major importance done other than that. It looks like they just reduced the amount of the ones that are on screen. Probably for video purposes. Okay. So yeah, probably just to keep the graphics demand down, they just removed the amount of enemies and made the enemies individually stronger, which is fine. I'm fine with that. It ends up being the same kind of battle anyway. Okay, so really quick, Edge just got Gale, which is one of the few wind attacks in the remake of the game. Originally, he doesn't get these spells in other versions of the game. It's pretty much what you think it is. It's just a white magic. It's just an elemental spell that he gets. And he really gets wind magic before Redia technically does. Arguably, depending on what kind of things you're trying to do in your playthrough of the game. Whether you're trying to get all the secret summons or not. Again, it depends on the version of the game that you're playing, whether or not the Cockatrice summon counts as a wind summon. But if you're just looking at offensive magic that are not summon related, the only wind magic that Redia gets really is Tornado. So in theory, Edge is the only character that has wind magic. Again, this has always been up as a thing of debate as far as the use of it, but that's more or less up to you to do. Now here we go, the Defender or the Lustrous Sword. Now the Defender has no elemental affinities, but you get a bonus 20 defense. And your attack is 105. Now, the Lustrous Sword gives you better strength and spirit and accuracy, and you get the Holy Element at the cost of losing 25 attack. I stick with the Defender in all fairness. Now, if you've come here first, you're obviously going to equip the Lustrous Sword right away. Go for it. But I think the Defender, for all intents and purposes, is a much better sword. Alright, let's keep moving here. Make sure we reveal that. More delicious trapdoors. Okay. And a room full of chests. Just how I like it. We'll go ahead and grab some more of these bad boys. A light curtain. Now, I believe the light curtain casts Protect on the party or Reflect. Okay, cast Reflect. I'm not sure if it's on the party, though. I think that's just a free Reflect cast on oneself. So not a big deal. Alright. elixir and a Fuma Shuriken. Shuriken. Uh-oh. Alright. And rough. That Berserk is so important. It's just so important to use. I hardly use Berserk on myself. I mean, yes, we will use it on ourselves. Actually, surprisingly, we'll use it quite soon, but it's just one of those things when you're fighting and you're just like, oh god, I have to buff an enemy, but at the same time, you're not buffing you're buffing the enemy on all technical purposes, but you're also messing with the mechanics of the game. Alright. Oh, and look at that. Okay. By the way, we've been leveling up a little bit off of these trapdoors and other various enemies, if you're wondering. See, characters are getting to the average, have already gotten over an average level of 50. And then Edge, particularly, is going to hopefully hit 51 or 52. Alright. And, oh, goodness. A lovely, beautiful save point. Let's use it. You notice I didn't use a tent or cabin right away. There's a reason I'm not doing it right away. There's still a lot of trapdoors on this floor. There's still like at least 3 left, 2 or 3 left. And I'd rather kill off the trapdoors and unlock everything prior to, before moving forward, so to speak, in the game. Or I could be wrong, it might just be the one. Maybe they reduced the amount. Okay. Let's keep moving here. Should get a better armor for Edge, I think. And I think it's here. Yes, it is. Let's put that on him immediately. As you can see, it lowers his strength, but it gives him better defense and better evasion. And that's really what he's about, more or less, when it comes to defensive feats. And his raw defense is always something worthy of improvement here. So go ahead and just finish this off. I forget here if I think there's a room. And then there's that rope we saw earlier. Alright. Whew, that was rough. That can get rough real quick. Let's just finish uncovering this. Nice. 3 red fangs for our trouble. Let's go ahead and, well, let's take care of this other trapdoor. Before we go on, we're going to go back to that save point. Because that is what needs to be done. That's Berserk. That's Reflect. I'll just leave it on for right now, guys. Get that sucker. Just like doing it to see if I can kill it before he actually causes death, but even at this high level, we can't do it, so yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop an ether on Rosa, and then it should only need 1 or 2, maybe 2, but let's just try 1. And we're gonna make our way back to that save point. Heal up, and then I'll meet you guys right back here. Okay, so we've made it back to the door here, all saved and healed up. Obviously getting into only a small amount of fights on the way to and fro here. So you can see Edge is 51. Cecil just leveled up in a fight against a Vampirus and a Bat. So, ooh, yay! Alright. So we're moving here for delicious ether to replace the one that we spent earlier. I did spend like 3 ethers like halfway through this dungeon. God damn it. And just as a heads up, after that fight, Redia just picked up the death spell at level 55. So anybody who's actually keeping track of when characters learn magic, there you go. 55 is the level that you're probably looking for. Alright, let's keep moving. High potion and a phoenix down. Alright, let's keep moving. So we've got more trapdoors to kill. With extreme prejudice. And as Rosa hits level 55, she learns a very unique spell called Arise, which is pretty much life 2. Instead of just raising a character for minuscule amounts of health, but bringing them back to life, Arise actually heals significantly, if not all the way, any character that it picks up. I think in different versions of the game, it's either dwarfed or left alone. I don't think they dwarf it they didn't dwarf it in the DS version, so I'm assuming it's the same thing. And what I mean is that in the DS, in some versions of the game that you can find out there, they do dwarf it by, oh, it picks you up, but it recovers like 2,000 HP. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. And then in other versions of the game, they will leave it alone, and it's very expensive to use, but it heals you 100% all the way. You know, it's a good spell. Okay. Let's make sure we unravel this, as well as acquire any goodies that may be found. I want to double check that hole in a minute too. I just want to get this done and fight the trapdoor that's here. Yay! 3 blue fangs. It's a trap! Okay. A lot of nothing in there. Down we go. Motherfuck! No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's go down that rope. 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 Fucking rope! Alright, let's uncover all of this good stuff. It's a trap! Okay. More glorious loot for the horde. So we get a dry ether, which is always good. I like it a little on the. I like my ether a little on the dry side. All right. And expulsion, potion there. Let's keep moving to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on. Holy shit. One of these guys. Aw. Ooh. Let's go ahead and berserk this motherfucker. And then we just start attacking. We could slow him next round. I should have doubled down, but I didn't. Hit him with dragon. Attack. I am showing this fight because you haven't seen it. I think you saw the green dragon, but not the yellow. It's the same strategy, really. You just don't want him using his breath attack, so don't be too quick to just start going at him. Make sure that you make it so all he can do is melee to you, and you'll be fine. Pop a Cura and a slow. He hits a little harder. I don't want him hitting me as often, but he may go down pretty soon here. Yep. So there you go. Not a tough fight. Just remember Berserk. 15 grand, huh? Good XP. That and there's some good XP. It's also a good grinding place if you can get that enemy to show up. He doesn't spawn very often, at least from my experiences. So I will go as far as to say is don't try grinding it. But I know people who will grind against anything, and they like to do things by the numbers. So if it gives them a lot of XP, they'll fucking grind against it. They don't care. Like a honey badger, they don't give no shit. Alright, let's keep moving. There we go. We get 2 blue fangs for our trouble. And another delicious, well-needed save point. Exploit the living shit out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and use some tents, and then we'll keep going. Alright, let's keep moving. Down, 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 down. We got about 2 more floors left or so, which is not a big deal. Just make sure we reveal all that there is to reveal here. Especially enemies. And we're walking away. We definitely want to make sure that we get all of this room. So you can see there's a lot to show here. Just a lot of exposure that needs to happen. Okay. We still have to unravel the other side of this map here. So let's do that. Oh, come on. There we go. Shut. Alright, let's keep moving. Again, maximizing this floor here for the goodie we get. There we go. That's complete. Don't worry about those ropes, really. The ropes don't really lead you anywhere of any importance. They're just a distraction, if anything. Alright, let's go back downstairs to the second to last floor. But I believe there's... Are there no enemies on the next floor? I forget. Don't worry too much about it. Okay. I don't recollect there being enemies on this floor, but let's just make sure we uncover all of it. It's actually the DS version, there's a really good item to get for doing it. So let's see here. As you can see, there's no enemies, so you should be fine. If you, for some reason, have burned through a lot of MP, maybe you ran into a really nasty fight with a Chimera brain, you may want to put some ethers out, but Cecil doesn't need any ethers on him, so we're good right now. This is just from leveling up, so let's get to it. But wait, it's a trap! Alright. And thus we have arrived at the crystal chamber. And we get the dark crystal. Sweet. Fucking A. I don't think anybody's hurt. We used a little MP against that dude, but that's fine. We should be good. Let's get going. Because the cake is a lie! Mexican food? No, wait. The fuck? The walls are a-tumbling down. They're moving. This cave was designed to protect the crystal. This must be the last line of defense in case someone attempts to escape with it. Then I guess we'll just have to smash it, brah. Alright, so this fight is either really easy or really hard depending on the strategy. The stratomagy. I shit you not, it's all about strategy here. So let's go ahead and slow the demon wall and haste Rosa. Because what we're going to have her do is a lot of good. As I just done goofed right there, but that's okay. Wait on Redia here. And you'll see why I'm going to. The wall reflects magic, not reflects magic, but will counter magic attacked on it with petrification. But we'll see here. Oh, he didn't do it. Good for us. Alright, let's go ahead and haste Cecil, and we'll berserk him as well. That's right, there's no reason to do this. This is a battle where time is of the essence. All that you should ever care about is just hitting this fucker as hard as possible. Leviathan! And this is the whole fight. Literally. I should have done that on Kane's first turn, but I didn't. That's why I was like, God darn it, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll haste him next. And berserk him. And then we'll do the same to Edge. And then this battle's mostly won with Redia popping Leviathan as needed. Oh, yeah! And I'll show this summon because you guys haven't had a chance to see it yet. It makes sense to do it, right? Right? Maybe, kind of, sort of. Get some Dragon Dildo Flood! And we'll put Berserk. And we'll put Haste. Leviathan! It's Leviathan, buddy. It is a creature of the... It's a Leviathan! Leviathan! And this is the whole fight. If you try to beat this guy without kind of doing this, it's still possible to win. It just takes longer, and you're at more of a risk of getting murdered. You notice he's not really attacking us yet. So we're just kind of, again, at the mercy of just the melees. Alright, we'll skip it. We don't need to watch this scene twice. Get him! And the prey will recover MP. Because, ironically, this is not one of those boss fights where everything works out and you just automatically get to leave. We actually have to backtrack out of the dungeon. So you can see I'm kind of trying to prepare for some of that. as best as possible here. Should be almost dead. Should be. As it has a huge amount of HP. Absolutely just ghastly amount of HP. I think it's up to 100,000, I think. Or 900,000 or something. It's ridiculous. It's a lot. So if you've been counting the numbers along, you can tell me how much that was. It's a lot. I always remember this like, "Guy, won't you die?" And then you just realize, hey, he's not really attacking me. Maybe I should just blast the shit out of him. Oh, holy shit, that's just beautiful HP, like XP. Woo! There's probably levels all around. God, my nipples were hard just thinking of it. And we get the achievement of defeating the demon wall. We did it. And don't try possessing any other walls either, brah. Alright, so we made it through unscathed for the most part. I'm gonna heal for the level up. And yeah, so we made it rather safe and sound. Awesome. Gotta love it, gotta love it. And just to take a look at some of the other characters' levels here. Where's their level up? So Kane's the next one to level up, followed by, looks like Edge. Yep. So, and that's assuming we even get that far. But here's the bad news. We have to walk out of here. My suggestion is to utilize one of the two save points. I'd use them both as you make your way out of here. Because, again, we know that the enemies here are not... One group of the enemies are not pushovers. They can wipe your party. So, getting to that save point and saving is paramount. So let's do that. As we make our way up and out. Alright, and through the door. And there's a delicious save point. We probably don't need to heal MP. Yeah, we've got enough. And since we're heading right out of here, we probably will be fine. If we need any recovery, we'll do it out of the other save point. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make you guys sit through me backtracking out of here. But something does happen on our way, so I will continue as we get to that point. But I'm going to backtrack through the majority of the dungeon, so you guys don't have to wait and sit around going, "Oh my god, what's going to happen next? Oh my god." Okay, so we're pretty much about to head out here. Redia just learned Tornado. You notice how Redia, Rosa, and the others are starting to kind of catch up to Cecil level-wise here. It's just something to take a light note of. Look at that. He's 59, and they were way lower level than Rosa specifically, and Redia were way lower level than Cecil was earlier. But you can see them slowly catch up here. So something mechanically, I think they changed. Let's go ahead and take out all of Kane's gear. Yes, all of his gear must go bye-bye. Doesn't that mean shut the fuck up? Doesn't that mean that he's... Shut the fuck up! What?
Kane, return to me, my pawn. Deliver me the crystal.
Go, Bez! Kane! Don't listen, resist him!
It's all right. I'm back in control of myself. Bitch, please. You filthy double-crossing cocksmoking son of a bitch!
Kane, what are you doing?
You underestimated the strength of my abilities. I had but slackened your friend's leash, waiting for the proper moment to pull it taut. With this final crystal, the Tower of Babel will be made complete. Come, Kane.
Kane, don't listen to him. Kane!
The crystals are all assembled. We can open the way to the moon at last. Come back here, brah!
Kane.
Unbelievable. What a dick. Fucking asshole.
And yes, we're all alone. done without Cain. Alright, well, shit just literally hit the fan for now. Golbez has all the crystals. Crystals! So obviously we're not having a good fucking day. Let's go ahead and heals for free, because this isn't over yet. Some of you are like, aren't you going to end the episode? No, we have more time. More time! Just to move things a little forward here. So let's go, so we'll, yeah, as you can see, we'll heal up. And we need to go to the Dwarven Castle here before we really do anything else. This be where we want to be. As I gotta deal with this shit. Alright. Fucking battles. Really? It's like, really? I just one-shotted almost everything. And ironically, Cecil leveled up off of it, so that's just, he makes it even funnier. Let's go let King Jot know what's going on. Or Giot, or whatever. He's King Goat!
Oh, I've been waiting for your return. You have the crystal, I assume.
We failed.
What? So you hold all of them now? Then there's nothing more we can do, but not unless the legend of the Lunar Whale were to come true.
The Lunar Whale?
It's a great ship said to have been built in an age long past. Birthed from the womb of a dragon's maw.
Those are the words of a Mysidian legend.
You know of Mysidia? Blah!
It's a city of mages on the surface.
What, you mean to tell him that Mysidia's real?
Very much so. Its elder has confined himself to the Tower of Prayer, where he prays for us even now.
He prays, you say? Could it be?
What do you mean?
He may be able to revive the whale. Give it old mouth to mouth. Now he must be. It's our only freaking hope. Mysidia. Well, that is our answer. You must hurry to Mysidia.
But the passage to the surface is sealed now.
And we can't even get near the Tower of Babel, not now that the crystals are all there.
Whatever, I made that up. I fucking made that up right there. Just improv that.
It's a good thing you've got me.
It's a good freaking thing you've got me then, isn't it?
Sid.
Looks like a pro wrestler.
We'll attach a drill to the falcon's bow. Then you'll be able to burrow your way back to the surface. Penetration, I say, 100%.
But your wounds, have they healed?
Come now, we've got bigger things to worry about than a few scratches on old Sid.
You really think you can do it, brah?
Think? I'm freaking Sid. There's nothing I can't do, just like I'm gonna do your girlfriend. Let's get to work.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, airship building we go. Giggity-goo, 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 giggity-goo. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Oh, what's this? Man, just trying to put the moves on old Reedia there.
What are you doing? You can play with your Jimmy Lighter. Get to freaking work. Bad Edge. You're a bad man.
Probably Edge went over there, whipped out his dick, and said, "Look at my ninja sword."
The fuck? Sid ran out of beer.
Sid, you always have to overdo it, don't you?
I think this is the part where I finally have to blow out and leave the rest to ye young ones. I'm no good for much outside of fixing up airships in this condition anyhow. You're gonna show me up, ain't you, man?
Get well soon.
You too. Look after Cecil and Rosa for me, you hear? Or I'll drop kick your fucking teeth out.
Got it, brah. You just take your time and recover, dude.
Cecil, Rosa, use protection. I mean, be careful.
You too, Sid.
Go on now. I don't remember having enough time to be sitting around talking to crazy old men like me.
Take care of yourself, Sid.
Alright, so we're now in control with a glorious new ride. Alright, let's head up and out as soon as possible. Yoink!
Alright, so it's time for us to get the fuck out of Dodge. I want to say... Oh, there it is. Whoops. Didn't mean to land there, of all things. Let's get back in there.
Time to penetrate that mountain crack at 100 miles an hour without lube!
And thus we are now back on the overworld! Now you may feel the urge to go to Mysidia first. I would tell you to hold off on that because there is a big, wide, way crazy world out there for us to explore. Oh, darn. So much to do with so little time. We're going to be doing all kinds of little side quests and stuff. Most of them very easy and time efficient to do. There's 2 that are kind of annoying, but you are going to be able... I'm going to make sure you guys get to skip the annoying parts of it, but you're only going to check that out on the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Redo Side Quest Ho! And maybe to the moon. We'll see you guys there. Check out my website at www.jacktardstudios.com. You can also just watch me live at www.twitch.tv/jacktardstudios. The stream will be up and running back normal again now that I'm back in town. So awesome for that. We'll see you guys there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.